Hi guys, my name is Javidan Chawla and today I'll be introducing you to object-oriented programming in Python. Object-oriented programming is a programming style that organizes code around objects. These objects represent real-world things and they can store information and perform actions. In Python, we use something called a class to define what an object can do and what information it holds. So a class is basically like the blueprint for an object. And using the class, we can create multiple different objects with the same exact structure. So let's look at a simple example of how we can use this. So in this example, we're creating a class called animal. It has two parts. Here we have the init function. This is also known as the constructor. It runs automatically whenever we create a new animal object. It takes the name as input, as you can see over here, and it stores it inside the object. That stored piece of information, self.name, is called an attribute. Attributes are just variables that belong to an object. Next, we have a speak function. This is called a method, in which means it's a function that belongs to the class and can be used by objects made from that class. In this case, the speak method prints out the name of the animal. So any animal object that we create, it'll be able to use the speak function. Now, you'll notice that both functions have self as the first parameter. Self is a special keyword in Python. It refers to the objects that currently using the function. So it lets the object refer to its own variables and methods. So when we say self.name equals name, we're storing that name inside that particular animal object. And when we say self.name in the speak method, we're using that name that belongs to that specific object. Let's see how we can use this class. So what this should do is that it should say, my name is Buddy, because we have passed the Buddy as the name, and we have called the speak function. As you can see here, it has said, my name is Buddy. So this example shows us how classes let us create multiple objects, each with different data, while reusing the same structure. To wrap up, object-oriented programming helps us write cleaner, more organized code, especially for big projects. In this lesson, we learned what a class is, what attributes and methods are, and how this special self keyword lets each object work with its own data. Thanks for watching.